Hello and welcome to Electrical TV. I'm Paul Skelton. Back in 2013, the then newly elected Abbott government scrapped the planned National Occupational Licensing Scheme. Since then, the subject has largely been forgotten, except of course by those who worked on the committee, only to see their work turn to dust. But supporters of the concept of national recognition may once again have something to crow about, thanks to the federal government's Senate committee report on the effects of red tape. An interim report, tabled on the 15th of August by the Senate Select Committee on Red Tape, has made 4 key recommendations to government and forms the view that occupational licensing is a barrier to market entry, which prevents some people from practicing their chosen trade and should only be imposed with strong justification. The Senate committee is chaired by Senator David Leyonhjelm, with other members coming from all sides of the government. Throughout the process, a number of industry stakeholders entered submissions on behalf of their sectors, including the electrical industry. While a final report has not yet been delivered, industry is calling on the government to move forward with the proposals that assist contractors to work more freely and with reduced costs and expenses. The 4 key recommendations include that the Council for the Australian Federation, in close consultation with relevant stakeholders, renews its efforts towards occupational licensing reform with a starting presumption against licensing. Subject to its retention, that occupational licensing be based on specific measurable outcomes and the identification of best practice models for occupations throughout Australia. The expansion of automatic mutual recognition based on the objective of increasing labour force mobility. And the Council for the Australian Federation commissions a study into the health and safety benefits of occupational licensing to strengthen efforts towards reform. Given the history of national licensing in Australia, we strongly recommend tempering any potential excitement or relief that you may draw from this announcement. Upon reading the report, Electrical Connection asked the folks at the Red Tape office as to what we might expect to happen from here. Their response was as follows. The Red Tape Committee's inquiry into the effect of red tape on occupational licensing is part of an overarching inquiry into the effect of red tape. As such, the committee does not intend to table a full report on occupational licensing reform. Instead, the committee intends to examine red tape policy and processes, drawing on examples from areas in which red tape continues to exist, such as occupational licensing. The committee is to present its final report on or before the 3rd of December, after which the committee will cease to exist. All we can say to that is, yes, Minister. It's awards season for NECA, with each state chapter having now announced the state-based winners of Excellence and Apprentice Awards. Starting with Victoria on the 10th of August and ending with New South Wales on the 14th of September, each chapter has highlighted the best work in their respective states, undertaken by local contractor members. These winners will now move into the national competition, the results of which will be announced on Thursday, the 22nd of November, at a gala dinner at the Grand Hyatt in Melbourne. In addition to the Excellence Award winners, NECA will also use the occasion to announce the winners of the coveted Apprentice of the Year titles in the commercial/domestic, communications and industrial categories. On behalf of Electrical Connection, I'd simply like to say congratulations to all of the winners and good luck in the next stage. Finally, a Kyabram-based contractor has won a Middie Small Business Award and $5,000 in cash. Brady Electrical, owned by William Brady, services the local community of Kyabram and the neighbouring towns in Victoria. Since its inception in 2015, when William and his apprentice worked from his backyard shed, the team has grown to 4, with a new apprentice set to start in January next year. Although the company has shown graceful succession over the last 4 years, it's also felt the recent economic slump, restricting cash flow and upscaling capabilities. Winning the Middie Small Business Award has provided some much needed relief for the company, and the cash prize will be put towards necessary maintenance for tools and office improvements. Well, that's it for this episode, but I will be back in a month with all of the latest news from the industry. In the meantime, be sure to check out our website for regular updates and like us on Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn. Until next time, I'm Paul Skelton.